Check, check, check.
For a half
And you're
hour
live. We're here. John, you're live.
John, you're live.
Did we break John?
John, you're live.
John, did we break
hi
you?
guys. Hi.
Okay,
How
there
you
we go.
doing?
We're
How you
good.
doing there today? Good to see you. Welcome to my live stream. This is where we will talk of things stringed in here, and it will be lots of fun. Anyway, it is New Guitar Thursday. I am John here on Thursday, like I am every week, doing things about new instruments and answering your questions. There's so much going on. It is NAMM preparation week. A lot of people have already taken flying out. All of us, our Chapman brothers, are leaving on Saturday. It's going to be great. Trent is here with me today, running the camera. Hinkley is running all the comments and going through. I haven't got to see anything. If you guys got questions, tell us where you're watching from. Tell us what you guys want to talk about. I have some products that are brand new that we'll be able to discuss. I got products that I just got to release. We're going to go through the entire acoustic releases from Eastman that are going to be released, which is going to be pretty awesome. Talk some more about some Martin releases.
Whenever you say audio, real quick, sorry to interrupt. Whenever you say audio is iffy, can you please be a little bit more descriptive? What do you mean by iffy?
What do you mean by
In and
iffy?
outs, here or there? I'll listen to it as well just to make sure, but details would
It makes it easier to diagnose
helpful.
and.
But welcome everybody. I
yeah.
do see your comments and I am reading them currently. That, what you just said, John,
Did I scare
is
everybody?
very, very exciting that
Yeah.
we're going to share with them real quick,
Yeah.
is all I wanted to
We are.
mention.
It's going to be very cool. I'll talk to you about some stuff that's on its way. I know there's some new things. There's even new stuff from Martin. There's some stuff that's from Martin that's getting released that is here, and I've already had my hands on, but I can't tell you about those. There's new stuff from Yamaha. I've had my hands on that. I can't tell you about that either. But maybe we can hint. If you ask the right questions, maybe I can answer them.
No.
Yeah, that's how that
Quit
works,
that.
right? If they ask, I
He's
can tell
trying to
them.
find loopholes. Everybody stop him.
Isn't that
All
the way it
right.
works? Like, if they ask, I have to answer.
I don't know.
He's like, I don't know.
Trent's over here giving clues. He's panning back and forth between some products in our store. Okay.
Trent,
Real
you
quick.
can't do that. like, that's not cool.
That's so funny.
Oh,
right.
geez, now we're in trouble. I just had a lawsuit that just
Really?
got papered up.
That'll
yeah.
be the day. All
They
right.
just, that paperwork's been drawn up now.
Okay.
All right.
So real quick, let me go ahead and start from the top.
Do it.
They said there was some crackling. I'm going to go ahead and guarantee that was me picking this entire apparatus up. Sorry. So, but going off of that and continuing, Brian Benedict is the first comment I see in here.
Hey,
so I
Brian.
believe that he got the
It was
first
actually me.
comment today.
I had first comment.
No.
Yeah, I said it before anything went live.
What? Whatever. I think he's lying. But hello, Brian. Brian says, hello all from cold and snowy western PA. Awesome.
That's Pennsylvania, in case you didn't know.
I didn't know that one.
Just wanted to do that.
Vince was the second one. Good afternoon.
Good
Staunton.
afternoon, Vince.
Thank you so much. Hello, Clint. Kelly
Yes.
says hello. Hello from Holland. Cool.
I'm looking at my messages here.
Okay.
There's oh my God, these are people that are already like saying, don't say anything about. That's what that was.
Oh, yeah.
Lots of those messages.
Vince said, wonder what TAS has in store for us today. I believe that, yeah, these are
Things.
definitely all before the stream, but we are
Things
so
are
thankful
happening.
for you guys even tuning in before the stream. We really, really appreciate it. So thank you guys so much. John Coyle said, happy Thursday from soggy Western Washington.
Soggy, Washington.
Rains a lot over there, doesn't it? Great day to be hanging out at home with my new E100SS. Thank you, Acoustic Shop.
Good.
That's so nice.
Guitar.
Thank
That's a
you,
great
John,
one.
for joining in and giving us such a nice little review there. So thank you.
Very cool.
Let's see. Mr. Faust said, good afternoon, shop fans, to everybody. So hello, guys. Hello, hello, hello. Let's see.
I hope you have that camera on you while you're reading it. I think that's the
I
best
can.
shot.
I don't feel like
you should
anybody
always do
actually
that
wants to
whenever
see
you're
me.
reading everything, because it's the greatest shot in the whole world. It's your forehead looking and scrolling down the screen.
No, I
think
can
you should-
edit it.
You
Hold
should
up.
do that.
Hi, guys. Okay. Okay. There's Dawson.
Dawson
There
came
goes
through.
Dawson. Dawson came too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Don Curtis said, did it take a while to have acoustic care in stock because you took all the first ones for all your guitars?
No, I don't have
No.
any. I
Do you actually not? You probably
I don't
should
have a
get
single.
some.
I had one on my desk
Actually.
that I was going to take home.
Oh, yeah?
And Jeremy just took it from me. He just came
man.
in today, literally like an hour ago, and took it off of my
Yeah.
desk. I had one.
No, we sent them out like immediately.
They're hitting the
Oh,
stores.
yeah.
That's all I'm doing is getting questions about. We have been seeing so many orders. Two things that happened since Tuesday or Wednesday. Tuesday, when Jeremy announced that he's got his book and we have a pre-order page for it, and Acoustic Hairs in, since that day we probably sold like 30 of Jeremy's books, if not more, and like 75 to 100 Acoustic Hairs. Everybody is ordering those. So
Because you
good for
guys are
them.
so nice. Thank you, everybody that is
Yeah,
pre-ordering Jeremy's
awesome.
book as well. I'm sure
I
that
don't
I'm
really
going to
care
speak
that
for
you do.
Jeremy now that he is very honored to have so
is.
many folks
He is.
pre-order his book, his publication, if you will.
Hey, they're going to show
right.
it at the NAMM show. I
know,
think
I'm so
today they actually
excited.
made it available to order on Hal
On their
Leonard's
website, they
website. Mm-hmm.
did, yeah. So that was really cool. Herb is asking, are there any of those humidity meters available? Talking about the acoustic hair sensors. Yeah,
They are.
They're
They're
on
on
the
their
website.
website. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll
There's
see if
some
I can
on-
get
I'm
a
looking
link
at them
to
right
them
now.
in just
Okay,
a moment.
let's talk about it real quick.
I
since
mean,
we're,
sure, why not?
Trent, you already
People
beat me
were
to it. I was
bringing
going
them
to pull
up.
it down. All right, the new Acoustic Hair from Acoustic Shop. Look at that. Real-time monitoring and the ultimate instrument care and protection. It will monitor your temperature in real time, humidity. It is available for Android and iOS. Yes, there's a few issues. I know some of you guys are having questions, but I will be honest. We cannot what do they call that?
Resell them?
No,
What are you talking about?
we can't do it again. Duplicate. We can't duplicate the issues that I've seen, and there's going to be
Gotcha,
some
yeah,
tricks on
yeah.
that. I will tell you this: if you're having issues with the acoustic hair syncing, here's what I'm going to tell you to do: delete all those items that you're having, unplug the battery for 20 minutes or
Like
more.
physically take the battery out
Physically
of it?
take the video because it has to reset. Once it connects, it has an issue of reconnecting. That's been a problem with all of these type of sensors that I've seen ever. So there's my quick tip without being able to see exactly what you guys are duplicating. That said, again, look at this. All the specs, especially designed packaging for us here. $24.99 gets you a real-time deal. I was just talking to Jeremy. I think I'm going to take some of these home and find out. I think this is going to be a quick tip, and I'm going to see if you guys beat me to figuring this out. Let me know. If you keep a device such as an iPad in the same building as all of your ones that it's synced to, that device will then upload the information to the cloud of your house. Let's say it's at your house, all your guitars are at your house, and you have one device that just stays there all day. If you do that, then you open up the app on your phone when you're away, you'll get all that information. I'm almost certain it'll work that way. See what I'm saying? That
Okay.
one device puts it all up into the clouds, and then I could be here at the acoustic shop monitoring my stuff at home.
You might. You should test that.
I'm going
We'll
to test
find
it.
out. All right.
You guys at home, if you beat me to it, let me know. I'm almost certain it'll work that way, though.
Gotcha. And then I'm just going to try and go in order of questions and whatnot. So first one that I see here, JNR Faust says, tone slab question. Notice you have a 1mm Darth tone. Is that gauge a custom you folks have made? Did not see it on the Tone Slab website.
I asked them for a 1mm, and I didn't even know we got them in.
There you go.
I'm betting it's in a teardrop shape, too. Is it not? Because if so, that's what I asked him for. And then nobody tells me when stuff comes in anymore.
Well, you got it.
It can be done. And it was in the Darth Tone deal, but yes, you're correct. When I talked to him, he said that that was one that they were not planning on putting in there, and they would make me some. So if we have that, that's why.
Cool. All right, going down the list, going down
People
saying
going down
stuff.
the list. Hey, how many people have got the new? Hey, here's some information for you. The 2025s, I only have one of our 2025 guitars that came in stock. We had 5 when we started. I'm out of standard HDs. The only thing I have right now in stock is an HD 28 Sunburst. So if you're looking for that, I do have the new 2025 HD 28. I have more of them coming, which I was told I will have more of them very soon. We've had them on order for a while. I talked to Martin today. They said those should be within a few weeks. So if you want to reserve, you can also call us and we can get you the new HD 28. I also have 18s and standard 28s on their way. I do have the new 17 series. Guys, that's going to be a sleeper guitar for you. I think everybody's making a mistake trying to compare that to the 15 series. It is not the same guitar, I promise you.
Okay.
I can hear the difference.
Are any of what am I gonna say? Alex A is asking what happened to Justice.
Justice actually a while back he couldn't keep traveling. One, he lives literally 3 hours away.
Yeah.
So it's too hard for him to travel back and forth. Number 2, he's been playing a lot of gigs, and I don't know if I'm throwing this out, or I haven't heard an official statement on this yet, but I know he's been playing a lot of gigs with Ricky Skaggs and Kentucky Thunder. So I believe he is right now, as of right now, a guitar player for Ricky Skaggs.
I mean, I'm not gonna say that's a beggar gig then.
It's definitely a better gig than being here.
I'm not saying that this is a bad gig, but
No.
that one's arguably better. Yeah.
It was just,
good for him.
And he's such a great
he
kid.
is an incredible
Oh my
player.
God. He's one of my all-time favorite guitar players right now. And I'm not kidding about that. I really think the world of him. I think he's really coming on strong.
All right. Herb is asking, which tone slab do you recommend?
For me, I run the 1.3 3-rounded XL. That's what I play. So, and I personally like the original material better, but I've been playing more of the dark tones because I'm too lazy to go clean up the old ones that I have that need to be buffed and polished.
So this one, Elvis TCB.
Elvis left the building.
Elvis left the building.
Taking care of business.
Okay, I think that if you were the same person that commented this on a video, I think I did already answer it, but is there a place where you can get one of those Tony Rice custom capos? Elliot did it like forever ago, and
there was
a limited run, yeah.
There was a licensing agreement that ended up falling apart.
Yeah.
They have quit making those about 4, if not 5 years ago, maybe more.
So
there
unless
are no
you
more.
can maybe find one used.
One used.
Yeah.
I collected 2 of them.
There you go.
I'll just let you know that.
Don Reed, I wanted to ask what the Hind 00 guitar sounds like.
Do we still have it?
I have no idea. Find out.
No. I don't think so either. I think it's gone. Let me double check. I do not see it.
Okay, well,
So I don't
sorry
see
about
it.
that.
I don't think it's here anymore. I think it either sold or went back.
So then Jennifer Moats just brought up the 25s sold quickly. Yeah, the 2025 models did sell very, very quickly.
We warned Martin of this. They didn't get us enough of them. It's just one of those things. I knew what the new add-ons were going to be, and they just didn't get us enough quick. They are coming, though. I promise you they're coming.
Okay, so here's a clarifying question. BL, does the 2025 D28 have scalloped bracing? So, yeah.
It does. Officially, I have called in. I have double-checked. The only differences between a D28 and an HD28 from now on, from the 2025 model, is going to be the aesthetics or the cosmetic looks of it. It's virtually herringbone, different back strip, different binding on the front.
Yeah. But even then, they're going to get the same volute, right?
Yeah, exactly.
They're going to get the same neck
It's
profile.
going to be the same.
Yeah.
$200 less.
Well, there you go.
Guys, if you don't care about the herringbone and that side of it, and you want to save $200, basically you can order the new D28. What's even cooler is you can now get a satin finished rosewood D28, and it'll be an HD28.
Well, there we go.
Because it'll be scalloped and forward shifted, and plus it'll be the golden era. Clarification for you guys out here right now. Golden era bracing is different than forward shifted bracing. I want to point that out. There is, yes, golden era bracing is forward shifted, but it is different than just plain forward shifted braces.
It's like an entirely unique thing. So I think that we're decently caught up. Did you want to go ahead and look into any of these? Elvis was clarifying a little bit, was wanting to know if there was anybody else that you would maybe know to be making a Tony Rice capo like that.
So the closest thing will be the Elliott McKinney.
Yeah.
It's very similar, now, especially now. The McKinney is almost identical. It's slightly wider stock. It has a different thread than the Tony Rice one, and it doesn't say Tony Rice. It's not individual serial numbered. But as far as actionable, they're almost identical. There's not a major difference. In fact, I would know if you were claiming a Tony Rice style capo or a Tony Rice capo from another manufacturer, they couldn't make it look exactly like that. When they made the actual Tony Rice model, they built it exactly like Tony's exact one, which is slightly thinner stock, different thread for the screw. That's really the biggest difference. But the new McKinney's, as they sit right now, are pretty darn close. If you didn't have them next to each other, you'd never be able to tell the difference.
All right. So what do you want to get to first?
All right. So I got some used stuff in here, and if you guys want to talk about them, we can do so. I have a used 1967 J45 ADJ, has the adjustable bridge. We did show that yesterday. That one is in here right now. I have some used stuff in here. I have a Huss & Dalton MJ Crossroads, which is their Crossroads body. Jumbo Crossroads. I have 2 dreads from Huss & Dalton. These all came in as consignments. One of them is a Brazilian Rosewood Addy Pilgrim, and the other one is a TDM Custom, which is a Bake Sitka sides and back, mahogany, Bake Sitka top on mahogany sides and back.
Bake Sitka sides and back. Let's go. Nah.
That'd be pretty interesting.
And if anybody's curious, these are ones that Corey showed off previously, but I believe they're online now. So these are
they are
consignments
officially
that are online.
correct, Trent? You turn them on? Yeah. Good. And we have those. So I can open up any of these if you want. I know Corey already covered them. I don't want to bore you guys if you don't want
and then
to
we
see
have
it from me.
really exciting news from Eastman. I was going to tell you real quick that those are online. So
They are? All right.
whenever you're ready. Real quick, do you want to maybe go to... What do you want to do first? I'll let you decide.
Tell me
we have
what
a
to
couple of
do.
requests. Okay, somebody was asking if you could play the D18 Amber Satin. That was the first instrument request that we have in.
The only one I have is going to be last year's model.
DK said I've been coming close to hitting the buy now button. So
on
talk
what?
about it. On that.
On this?
Yeah.
This is fantastic guitar. I love these. What I think is awesome is the satin finishes are great, and you don't have to pay more because of the way they're doing the new spray system for the burst. It's not, they're doing that same microdot spray that they do with the
X Series?
Or no, the Street Legends.
The Street Legends, yeah.
So now they can do this finish and get it exactly the way they want it, and it looks right in a satin. These are fantastic. A full mahogany back and sides. You know, this is every bit the D18 at a much lower price with the satin finish. There's a warmth to the satin finishes. It lacks some of the clarity of the gloss finishes, but it does gain, especially for you, the player, a lot more openness and warmth. So, yeah. Anything you want to know about it, ask me more, but it plays great, sounds great. There's nothing I would to argue about on it, and I like the way it looks. Yes, it does the J-Run great.
Yay.
How many people just did this? That's what I'd like
Probably
to know.
all of them. Probably every single person.
I'm serious, guys. NAMM is coming up. It's my personal mission to see how many places I can get the J-Run played. I'm hoping somebody plays it for me. I want people to play J-Runs for me the whole time I'm there.
We'll see. All right, so now I think we should probably get into the new stuff. Don had a quick question. Do Martins ship without a tail strap pin, an end pin?
It's inside the case. We actually had this question today with Loudon as well. Martin's tradition has always been, and most of the manufacturers, especially high-end guitars, have kept this tradition of not installing the end pen in the bottom of the guitar. Now that's the way Martin's done it for I don't know how many decades. This end pen is sitting inside the case of the guitar, usually in a manila envelope, a little bitty one, like a key envelope, and it'll be inside there. Your job is then to just kind of tap it in there, bump it in there. It is a tapered pen, so make sure once you get it firm, go ahead and give it a good bump. That way it sticks in there a little bit further. If by chance, and this has happened, especially to folks who have not humidified them well, and it just comes in there and it easily turns after you've put it in there. My trick is to take a small piece of masking tape and put it on there, and that will help fill the gap and will make it more sturdy. And do not glue that pin in place. Do not do it.
Okay.
Yes. There you
Good
go.
sound advice, John.
Well, it's not really about sound. It's just making sure that you don't destroy the guitar. It doesn't change the sound of it at all. I mean, what kind of question was that?
Sound
Hinkley?
advice. I compliment
I
you,
know what
and then
you were
you
doing.
turn around.
I know what you're doing.
Per
I'm just being a
usual.
goof. I'm being a goof.
Per usual. Okay, so I was going to talk about new stuff, but Don Reed did ask an interesting question. So what do you have comparative to a 00 size? Dark tone for old-time rhythm and picking. Price,
size.
not an object.
For old time picking
Rhythm and picking.
in a
Dark
double O.
tone, comparative to a 00 size, so maybe it doesn't have to be exactly.
I had that deep body Koa. That was really cool because it is deep body. Koa would give it a little bit different. That bourgeois is gorgeous, by the way. The deep body is going to help give it that bigger, darker tone. So this is an L00 from Bourgeois. It's gorgeous in Koa, special edition Koa. These are a limited edition guitar. Deep body L00. So
Two
that's going to help
people did
a
say the
ton.
Adkin Dust Bowl,
Yeah, that's another great one. Well, yeah, especially that's
and
a great
that was
one too.
the first thing that I probably thought of. Honestly,
Really?
it was Adkin.
Yeah, it's a good. I got two more options. I like that option.
Okay.
1, 2. Let's go with the Dust Bowl. 12 fret body, 00. This one, slot head. All mahogany. That's a pretty good choice too. That one's really good. All right, my last choice.
Okay.
The Modern Deluxe 0028. Thermo cured. This one will also give you 12 frets to body, but rosewood back and sides. Not as much deepness though. I got one more option. Just because I'm in this
Sure.
zone right now.
You're
I'm
in the
I'm
zone to
digging
do
this.
it. I do have a question queued
Go
up
for it.
you whenever you're ready. All right. This one from Lee. Lee Prado says, "Hi, I'm an electric guitar player, but I want to buy an American acoustic with a budget of $3,000 to do solo, singer, songwriter stuff." Says that they use DAD.
Dadgad?
FAF.
Oh.
So let's just say alternate tunings. So what are your thoughts?
Wants it to be a dreadnought?
3K American acoustic. What body style are you looking for, Lee? They did not say.
I dig this one. Might be my favorite. I like that warmth for the old time sound. It kind of gives that back. This is all, by the way, gorgeous, but all walnuts, deep body fireside parlor from Bedell. Those are probably my favorite 4 guitars that I would say in that double O mark for that.
Lee says they're open to body style, so open to whatever you might say.
What do we got this priced at? It's free. There's no price tag on this. Hey guys!
What style of music do you look for also?
Yeah, this is so cool, but alternate tunings and stuff. I mean, the J45 style is so great. This one's a Dreadnought certified J43 from Atkin. I think this is over 4 though.
Probably.
This would be a great option for what you're talking about wanting to do. I love the style, but I don't know if this is quite in that budget space.
The Iris Dread over here is 2.9.
Yeah, that's all I got.
29.
Here's the problem with that. It's so wide open. Here's what I recommend doing. Give a call to the shop.
Say, good point. Adkin wouldn't be an American Acoustic. Yeah.
Jamie Kidwell say that?
No,
Yes? Oh.
Dr. Robert corrected us on that, which is true.
Okay.
But Lee did say I was leaning to a J35. So.
Then the other, a USA version of the same sort of J45 style, 35 style. What do I have? There's so much out there. There's so much of what you just said that could be. I really think the best option would be to call one of the guys, give a call to Jonas or Corey, and say, "Hey, this is what I'm doing," and virtual appointment would be the best. That way, you can really hear and get you zeroed in on what you're looking at, because you described so much that can be interpreted so many different ways.
There's a couple even more coming in. Martin DSS 17.
Yep, yeah. I thought about that one.
Or the D17.
The CEO 7. I mean, there's just so many options.
All right.
What you consider to be the right sound is so hard to discern in that conversation that we just had.
But let us know, Lee. You can give us a call.
Yeah, I'd love that. Set up a virtual appointment. Those are fun.
I think that now we've spent a lot of time dilly-dallying, and we should go to unboxing stuff. Real quick, somebody did ask.
Stare at a guitar while I put this in my pocket.
Okay, he's doing that. You can do that. So one person did say, can you play the 0028 2025? We do not have a 2025 0028 in stock, unfortunately. Hopefully we'll have a lot more 2025 models coming in.
They're on their way.
Here, I'll do my camera. Haha. Yeah, they are on the way, so hopefully we can have those coming in soon. At the moment, we only have a 2025 HD28, which we can pull out if you guys want to see it.
Yeah.
All right.
In Sunburst, it sounds great.
Don wants a question. Let's see. Okay, John, have you ever encountered this issue with knocking a push-button Elliott off when putting a guitar on a Yoke stand?
Yeah.
I bought a McKinney style.
So don't.
Second, yeah.
One, if you got a Yoke style stand that you're hanging on, first thing I always do is I loosen that deal. Don't hang it behind the nut, hang it below. That's what I would always do, is let it drop down to like 5th, and just don't even tighten it up, but just let it rest further up the neck. Because if you let that hang by the capo, yeah, it's of course going to get extra pressure in there and could possibly pop it loose. I wouldn't do it. Excuse me, that way. I always, whenever I have a Yoke style, which that's all I ever do is use for stands, it's always got to hang. So when I do it, I either take the capo off, which is not common, or I just take that same capo, loosen it up, and let it slide down to about 4, and just lightly, just kind of keep it from I mean, it's not going to go any further unless you're messing with it. So that's how I do it live on stage. That's how I always did it. Otherwise, you'll end up getting marks and dings also in the top of the peg head. It doesn't look good at all. All right, so are we talking about new yet? Do you want to talk about this new banjo first?
Up to you. The banjo. Let's do the banjo first.
Okay, let me go get a knife.
Go to the
That's not a
Eastman
knife.
stuff.
This is a knife.
Okay.
That was my Crocodile
Bye-bye.
Dundee.
Okay.
Can I
Let's
have a
see.
cutty thingy?
Yes.
A cutty
Larry says
thingy.
I would love
A cutty
to take
Yeah,
a,
cutty thingy.
Nice.
Everybody knows what that is.
Then I go to Acoustic Shop from Maryland, maybe one day.
All right. This is cool. We got this early. We were supposed to get it even earlier because we're gonna try to get some tone samples for this, but they are releasing this officially at NAMM. They've released it today. I believe we have the very first one out. There's only, I talked to Recording King, I think there's only 7, maybe 12 of these in the United States as of
Gotcha.
right now. This is releasing as a brand new banjo for Recording King. It is going to be one of their new top of the line banjos.
Yay.
It is the Carl Jackson model. They're calling it, oh shoot, what is it called? Magnolia maybe? I can't remember. It's Carl Jackson signature model. That's the big thing to remember here. And those of you who are not familiar with Carl Jackson, the pedigree is pretty amazing. Carl has written some of the greatest songs in the world, but before that, he was known as one of the top banjo players. He toured with Glenn Campbell and became Glenn Campbell's right-hand man in his band for a long time. And so I saw this prototype 2 years ago, and it has gone through some changes since then. I haven't seen this final iteration yet, but I talked to Carl about this when they first talked about this. Gosh, this was the last time we went to Spigma would have been 2020. I think was the last time we were there.
No. You went in 2022, I think.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe.
Actually, you guys went in 2023.
I haven't been there the last 2 years. So
Then it was 2022. Trent, do you remember you went to both of them?
I can't remember.
I
Whatever it
know
was,
that the only reason really
talked
why
to
we're
Carl.
not going this year is because it's the same weekend as NAMM.
same as last
Yeah.
year was the same
Same
way.
as last year, yeah, that's what it was. So
All
it
right.
was just
So this
23,
doesn't have a bridge
24.
set up yet. We're going to do it
24.
live on the air. So
Tux, real quick, gave us
You
a
set
quick
that over
reminder that we apparently we have 135 or so watching
Thanks,
and
Trent.
only 46 likes. So please hit the like and thumbs up button. Yeah, if you guys like what we're watching, then please like us.
I now remember what the title of this banjo
All right,
is because
check
I
it out
just
then.
saw it.
Okay, let's
All right.
see it.
So there's also a very big hit song that Carl Jackson wrote called "Lonesome Dove," and that's what this is called, the Lonesome Dove,
Wow, that's
Carl
pretty
Jackson
cool.
model.
I see that inlay already.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right, so sunburst, maple resonator, maple neck. We're gonna see the inlays here in just a second.
Yay. And then we will talk about new Eastman stuff.
They're very, very much magnolia based
Cool.
looking inlays.
And there's the signature.
Carl Jackson signature right there. Carl's also a big Mississippi guy, so you're going to see a lot of Mississippi inspiration coming out of this.
Whoa.
Did you doubt me? This is going to be a weird setup on a banjo, a fast setup here.
Yeah.
It'll get better set up by the time it gets to. Well, I've got 2 of these in stock that just showed up. We're going to try to get tone samples.
So while you're doing that, I'm going to see if there's any questions at the moment. Robert Chesterton said, are there any new small body models from Eastman? We're going to talk about those in just a moment. Kyle Bell says, my TAS 58957 makes some creaking noise when I take it out of the case and sometimes after I put it in the stand after playing. Has anyone noticed this?
I have never heard that. I'm curious as to that, what you're hearing.
Do you know how much that banjo is?
I do only because I just looked it up. $18.99.
Okay.
does come with a hard shell case.
Somebody said play Cripple Creek.
Uh-oh. Let's see if I can do it. There's my extended banjo playing for you all right there. That's all I got.
Yeah.
That's it. So anyway, yes,
That
the
is
brand
really
new
cool.
Carl Jackson model just sent out stuff about it today. We've got 2 of them in stock. They are ready to do, well, they will be when they go through full inspection and setup. Like right now, I'm checking these lugs are already loose in shipment.
There you go.
Got to make sure they get snugged up, you know. Really good. All right, so that's Recording King, brand new Carl Jackson model. I'm going to put that away. Does come with a nice hard shell case, $18.99. This is kind of like their deluxe banjo model that is just going to be the thing. So cool.
Heck yeah.
All right, so everybody's asking, what's going on with Eastman? Well, I'm going to let some of the cat out of the bag today for the acoustics. They are going heavy on some electric stuff. You know, good for them.
This
I don't
isn't the
really care.
electric shop.
This is not the electric shop. All right, so let me pull out my list of what is coming out today.
And I can link to some of these things. Keep in mind that they're available for pre-order.
They are right now. We can take your pre-order on any of these items. We are ready to roll. It is going to happen.
And if you really want to just see everything, you can go to theacousticshop.com. And if you are on like a desktop, if you scroll down far enough, I mean, I can see them on my phone. If you scroll down far enough, you can see the newest things that we've gotten in right at the bottom of the page. Fun fact.
There you go.
If you want to see the newest of the newest.
Oh, that's the wrong thing. I don't want that. I want this one. This list right here.
Is there any instrument that you can't play, John?
Yes, all of them.
Is there any instrument that John can play? No, I'm just kidding.
So there's quite a bit of cool
multifaceted
stuff in the acoustic guitar world that's coming out. To be first, everybody's been asking me, when's that LG going to come up from Eastman? Guess what? It's coming out right now. In fact, I've already got some of them on the way. They're on their way right now to the shop. The E6 LG SS, it's going to be an E6, so mahogany back and sides with a Sitka spruce top, sunburst sunburst top as well in the finish. Of course, thermo cured. That one will price out at $11.99. You can right now reserve yours for just 25% down. We do have that available right now on our website. So the new E6 LG SS. It's going to be cool. We're going to be actually demoing all of these on Monday. Me, Jeremy, and Jason will be at Pomona. We will be creating tone demos in the studio, so you'll get to hear all of these new ones that are coming out.
So expect new tone samples as soon as I can humanly edit them.
Yes. Now that one's supposed to be available by the end of this year or this month, if not the beginning of February. I know for a fact ours will be available next week.
Because you do have a shipment coming in.
They do, of these. Also being released, the E1P Classic. So we are going to they are adding to the E1 series a parlor very similar to the E1P Bluesmaster, except this one will be sapele back and sides with a Sitka spruce top, not an Addy spruce, or Adirondack spruce top.
Gotcha.
Only available in a classic finish. The price on that one's going to be $5.99. But here's where it gets cooler. they are also releasing an EP Sunburst Deluxe. So full gloss finish, have your Fishman pickup already installed. That one's going to be at $769. So again, adding to the Deluxe series, Sunburst full gloss finish
E1,
on
that would be like
that
an
car.
E1P.
E1P, exact same
SB,
body, just going to be in a
DLX.
Sunburst. Yep.
Gotcha.
That's literally what it's going to be called, a E1P SB DLX.
How did I know?
Yeah, because you've seen
It's
this
because
before.
Eastman's predictable.
You know what they do. All right, Luthier series. I told you guys Koa's coming. There's going to be more Koa coming there later on this year, but they're starting out. Part of that purchase that you saw, that really amazing Koa that showed up from Bourgeois in the Hawaiian Country Boy, they're also using some of that same Koa purchase in Eastman's. In fact, 2 new models coming in Koa. The first one's going to be the Luthier series in a 00SS. So that same 00SS that we've been seeing, which I love, you guys know I do, in quilted sapele, will now be available in a Koa back insides. It actually, I think, is
That one's
all
probably already
Koa.
going to look sick. Really?
All Koa. Koa top, Koa back and sides. It's in really nice limited edition, so that one is going to be a limited run. Map on those is $20.99, so just under $2,100. Add on this year, Trent, you're going to find this. You're going to be jealous. The AC 330 is being released as a Sunburst this year. Sunburst, I know. That's a bummer. No, you've had yours for like 5 years now. My favorite 12-string guitar out there, the AC 320 or 330, sorry, is a jumbo body now in a Sunburst. That's going to be showing off at $10.99 as well. Also adding this year is the AC 422 Koa. In a CE. So this one will be just Koa back and sides. It's Sitka spruce top.
Real
Actually,
quick,
it's
guys.
a European spruce top.
Gotcha. And real quick, guys, I do see your questions. I'm going to let John finish up before we get to the questions. He
you
might
go.
answer your questions. Let's find out.
I may. All right. So 422 CE, limited edition Koa. Price on that is going to be $17.59. And then I'll do a mandolin, and I'll tell you to do the last one.
Okay,
which is the one everybody's going to ask about.
You got to wait till the teacher's
That's
done.
right, yep.
Alex A said
I
new
know.
mandolins.
New
question
mandolin.
mark. Well, here you go.
MD 515 TV. Here's what's going to be cool about this. So it's a 515 with a wide nut. They're going to do their first, Eastman's doing their first wide nut edition mandolin in the TV finish. So that's that True Tone vintage finish, the same as what's in the CC TVs. So we usually see like 515 CCs, comfort contours. This is going to be that same finish, but now in a wide neck or wide nut variation and that kind of finish, but no comfort contour. So it will be
have
bound.
like binding, right?
It will have the binding.
Cool.
And the last one, and this one's going to be wild. They saw how successful this guitar was and decided it was time to do it. Ladies and gentlemen, they are releasing the E20D LSH TC. It will be a lot like the TAS 58957, except in standard Indian rosewood, not Madagascar. That was only going to be available to those TAS ones. None of the extra cool stuff that we added to that package, but just plain the guitar as a E20 large sound hole, same design. They actually asked us if they could borrow all of our design features, so they added the same logo on the back of the peg head. They took it away from the front of the peg head. All of the main designs of that guitar have been put into a E20D TC. So that one's going to be available, and we will have the very first batches of those. Nobody else gets to have them for a little while. We will have, I've already got, as part of the agreement, we will have those ahead of time as soon as they're available. Now, those ones aren't going to be available until somewhere around March or April, but price on those ones is going to be $18.99. So for the standard E20D LSH TC. That covers all of the Eastman product changes for this year. There's a couple things that kind of went up a little bit in price, not much. I think those new prices go into effect in February, if I remember right. So grab what you can now. But the cool thing is now you can get an LSH for, I think, $50 more than the standard E20D TC.
I mean, That's pretty solid.
That is pretty cool.
All right, so a couple of questions that I see here. Alex A says the bourgeois wide nuts is very pleasant. Heck yeah.
Yeah,
I think it's a good upgrade on that one. Robert was asking, will there be any LG 10 or 20s on the horizon? Maybe.
Not for a while, at least.
I wouldn't be shocked, I guess.
It won't be this year. I've already talked to him about that.
Yeah.
So.
But I wouldn't be shocked maybe in a future one because they have the body shape.
I'll be honest with you. If I were going to
yeah.
get an LG, the 6 would have been the one. If they did. They asked me, what would you do? I would do the 6 because it makes more sense. The LG was designed to be a Sitka spruce style guitar. I know they did some in Addy tops, but it was a learning guitar. It just makes more sense to me as a Sitka top, mahogany back and sides. I think that makes more sense. So,
all right.
I'm pretty excited about that one.
Let's see if there's any other questions. Don was asking a little bit about banjos. John, what are considered high-end banjos?
So one of the big things that makes a high-end banjo what it is the pot
what brands
assembly.
are considered?
Oh, it all depends on who you talk to. Of course, in American-made banjos, you have the small builders. Then you have Deering, which is the #1 banjo maker in America. I personally love the Sullivan banjos, which were very, very close relatives to the Gibson-style banjos. In fact, Sullivan was building Gibson banjos for the last 10 years, I think, of Gibson banjo existence. So it's very, very similar, and they're building some great ones. Stay tuned this year. There's some news on that, too. I've got a couple special projects in the works on Sullivan banjos that are exclusive to the shop. I think it's going to be pretty exciting. Pruka, not an American-made banjo, but they're one of the top-level banjos built out of the Czech Republic. In fact, most all American banjo manufacturers are buying parts from Pruka. So those are definitely some great ones as well. We're now carrying the Bua stuff. I find those to be really, really cool banjos as well.
They were asking, is Deering what the pros play? I think the pros play mixes and matches with all different types of banjos.
It all depends.
It really does. They'll play so many things. Let's see. So JNR Faust was asking a little bit earlier about blue chip versus tone slab in general. They said I have issues with pick slippage. Will the tone slabs be as good as blue chip in helping with that?
I mean, they're very similar materials, so they're going to be very kind of similar. Eventually, the one good thing that's happening with the Darth tones, and we're going to be working with them on that, is they can have the drilled out holes, and we're going to probably be seeing that for some extra grip, where blue chip has not been successful in drilling out the holes. It's a much more delicate material, so it tends to break.
It just like break as soon
snaps.
as they do it.
Yeah, as soon as they try to drill it. So I think you're going to start seeing some of that this year, so stay tuned. So many new products and so many new things that I'm not even allowed to talk about yet.
Okay.
There's more Martin guitars
well, then don't
coming.
You do
I'm
it.
so excited.
I'm very excited for all the cool stuff.
There's 3 more Martin guitars that I personally am very excited. There's more than that coming.
Yeah.
But there's 3 that I'm very excited to talk about that I think are
We're so close,
be
John.
Cool.
Just
cool.
hold tight. We're so close.
I know. I'm
almost there.
Yeah,
all right, couple of requests. First, Teresa said, "Could John please play the new 00017 again?" Yeah. The 2025 one, right? Yeah.
Don't have it over here, do we? Yeah, it's on that's tree.
Gotcha.
It's on the tree. It may be somewhere 00017. Hey, by the way, guys, the J43 Dreadnought certified does not have a price tag on it.
But for you, Teresa, anything. So
That's
there's
right.
that. Ryan Kaufman is asking, sorry, just a secondary question real quick. Ryan Kaufman is asking, any chance of an LG with a natural top from Eastman?
Not right away.
So, yeah.
Not right away. It's possible. I mean,
what we told
the
you
opposite was the 6s. The E6 SS came out in natural,
it did.
And now they have made it available as a sunburst. It went the opposite direction.
True.
I don't
Tell you
know
what,
that they're going to do it.
You guys that are asking these questions for Eastman, all that we have is the information that we told you about the new things coming out, but you guys should tune into our live stream, and then you can personally ask whichever rep we're going to be talking with, most likely Mark. But you
Mark
can ask,
will probably have Pepine, who's one of the major designers, also involved in the live.
But if you tune into our live stream, whenever we're live at NAMM, you can watch those people. And I'll let you guys know that I'm going to try and get those posted as early as possible just to give you guys a little bit of a heads up of when we're going to be going live. But yeah, just so you know, that is that's that. You guys can ask these questions to the people.
So everybody's asking what the big difference is between the 15s and the 17s, and I want to cover it because
Sure.
there's some really important stuff. Number one, the 15s 2 years ago turned into one of their gig bags or soft bags, which are great. Don't get me wrong. The 17 brings back the hard shell case. That alone gains almost $200 in value right there. This now gains back also, they did the mortise and tenon neck joint. This will have a true dovetail joint. This also gains golden era bracing, so forward shifted, scalloped bracing that is done in the golden era style. Much nicer in my opinion. Bone pins from the 15 series. There was something else that I wanted to cover and I don't remember, but I think they sound great. The dread is awesome. It's much more open sounding, it's much bigger, it just feels a little bit more premium. Again, I think we're going to see the phasing out of the 15M and let the 15E be the main one, and the 17 will be back. And honestly, the 17's what was supposed to be all mahogany. The 17 series has been around forever. It's part of the original Martin traditional series stuff. So now bringing it back, it's going to be wonderful. I think it's actually a great idea. So.
Cool. All right, some questions. Matt asks, are you still carrying blue chips? I don't see them on your website. Absolutely, we're still
out.
carrying blue
We're
chips.
just waiting on the next batch to show up.
I feel like we go through ebbs and flows of having blue chips online, honestly, because it's like we just get these massive shipments and sometimes they slow down, sometimes, you know. But we definitely have
Did they
some.
come in? Have they? Well, I'm betting that they check and
Then
see
I
how many have
wonder
been
if they're on
turned
stock,
on.
if they're online or not. All
Yes.
right. So Dawson just says that we have an entire stock over there, and I thought that
They
they
must
came
have
in
just showed up
recently.
because
Yeah,
they
we'll
weren't
find
here
out.
2 days ago.
Okay, Tim Warner says, it's driving me crazy. What's the song you do? Quote, you never change, end quote, about the photo on the wall, help.
Oh, he wants to know what about it? It's called The Photograph.
What's it called?
The song's called The Photograph.
You never change about the photo on the wall,
Yeah.
help. Okay,
That's it.
the photograph. Did
Yeah.
we do a cover of that one? Didn't you guys
Yeah,
post
we
that?
redid it again on one of the
I guess
videos.
not a cover 'cause it's your
it's one of
song,
our original
yeah.
tunes that we did originally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's one of those sad, dreary songs, and at the
Hopefully
end you
that's the one that
realize
you're talking
that
about,
it's
but I think
because
so.
somebody's dead. You're talking about this
Yeah.
photo that's on a wall,
Yeah.
and you don't ever stop smiling. You don't ever
Teresa.
look like anything's gone wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
Okay.
Photograph.
Heck yeah. All right, so next question. Kind of going in order, kind of not, just because Teresa asked us to play this and is asking, is that a very loud guitar? Play it a little bit for me.
I mean, yes,
Let me judge.
considering it's an all mahogany. If you're wanting volume, you're not wanting an all mahogany guitar. But this is probably the most, that's what I think the golden era brace change and the dovetail joint.
Yeah.
This gave this so much more presence than what it had as a standard 000 15M or the E, either one. So in my opinion, that's where the big advantage came. It gave it much more presence, more volume. But a mahogany top guitar in general is just not as boisterous as a spruce top. That's the character that they're after. It's on purpose.
Okay. I think it sounds really, really good from a distance if you're asking to put in my thoughts,
Listen,
by the way. From
all
over
that
here.
sustain out of a mahogany
Yeah.
top, I think it's great.
It sounds really, really good.
I really
for
am
sure.
impressed with this new 17s.
Okay,
Or
Don is
16s.
asking, do you think the Bedell
17s.
Cutaway Orchestra has not sold because of Cocobolo?
I just think, here's
know.
the deal. Bedell stuff's kind of been in ebbs and flows, and there's just not enough people that really know how great of guitars they are. That's the big trick on those. When people catch on to them, they're going to become, and I think honestly the 1940 is going to be one of the big deals that opens everybody's eyes up to it. But it's a premium boutique guitar that not everybody knows about, and they're scared of it.
So many
That's what
questions. All right. Yeah.
All right, let's crank through these questions.
Okay, can you
There's so
compare
many.
the Eastman E10D or E6D to a Martin D18? Can I interrupt this one real quick before you do that? We
have a
literally
video.
filmed this exact video. Yeah.
Yes, we do.
Please go to our channel. It is called "Can Eastman Take Down the Martin King?" Or something like that. So yeah,
Do that.
please do
That's
that.
the easiest way. That way we can get through
Yeah.
all these questions.
And
not to be rude. We're not trying to be rude,
but
it will help us to get
that
through
was a
the rest
really
of
good
them.
question though, because we asked that exact question.
Yep.
Thus, why we filmed that exact video.
They're different. Spoiler alert, they're just different sounding guitars. They're both equally as good. All three of them are equally as good. It was so funny to watch the reaction. I thought we were going to get 90% of people just go, Martin's the king. Martin's the king. There were so much, and it wasn't even like Eastman E10D. No, it was like, some people were like, yes, it's E6. Some people were like, it's E10. Others were like D18. It was almost evenly split, in my opinion, on the comments for that, unless it's changed in the last whatever month and a half, 2 months it's been.
All right, Alex says, I gotta go do some work. Thanks for everyone. Looking forward to NAMM. Thanks for joining us, Alex. Jennifer is also leaving as well. Gotta dash to my guitar lesson. Happy weekend and hot NAMM, everybody. Thank you both for joining us today. Going on to another question. Nathan said, how would you say the new Martin HD28 sound compares to an E8D or E20D? So they're talking about that, the golden era bracing. Do you think that changes it at all?
Yeah, it does, but it's still in the same voice. It narrowed the gap a little bit. I think it gave it more focus and a little bit more detail, but it's kind of, again, still comes down to that. It's a Martin tone. I do think the new HD28 is a little more powerful, a little bit more focused, but if you're wanting that kind of, the bigger, bolstery, standard bracing they have been using, forward shifted, scalloped, the old HD28 is also fantastic as well. So, guys, you guys make it so hard because I can't tell what you hear. I know what I hear, and I know what I prefer. Do I think I like the new HD28 better than the old one? I do, because I think it's more focused. But there's times that I like my Eastman E20D because it's got an Addy top, and it's got more punch and more drive, and has a thermo-cured top, a VTS, if you will, top. I'm real curious about this new Road series that's coming out. Can't wait to check that one out as well. They're just different, and I got days where I would tell you yes, and I got days I would tell you no.
All right, so this one, tell me if we need to plead the fifth on this. I'm just gonna read it, and then you just tell me if we're not allowed to talk about this or not. Somebody said, Brad C. says, I've seen a YouTube interview with Chris Martin on the DG28. Can you speak on this as it doesn't officially release until Monday? A DG28?
What is a DG28?
So maybe this is not even a thing? I don't know.
As far as I know, it's not a thing.
Okay.
There's a 28, but it ain't that
But it ain't
I
that
know
one.
of.
Okay. Okay, then we'll just leave it at that, because I don't know what... Okay, yeah, we'll just leave it at that.
I don't think so. I really don't know of that.
I don't know.
guitar
They said
at all.
an interview with Chris Martin. I don't know. If Chris Martin says it on an interview, then I guess go with it.
Probably, but if Chris Martin spilled the beans, I'm going to call him up for MAP and the embargo breakage,
On his
and
own
he has to be
guitars?
fired.
Really?
I will
I don't
have to
know, yeah.
officially file paperwork and sue him for spilling the beans. He wouldn't let us do it, so why is he doing it? That's bull.
Okay.
Chris, don't do that no more.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
don't
know what it is,
I don't
honestly.
Know. Okay, I don't know.
I honestly don't know what a DG28 is.
Well, then maybe we were out of the loop.
They
on
have the
something.
HG28.
Literally, as you said that, the comment, he said, sorry, the HG28. The
HG28.
HG28 has been out for a while.
It has been released.
Now.
We've got one on order. It's the Hawaiian guitar. I've got one on order. If you want to reserve it, it's supposedly so cool. Everybody I've talked to at Martin tells me it is the coolest guitar. It is its own unique dreadnought, miniaturized, slightly miniaturized dreadnought. It's supposed to be so cool. It's the Hawaiian guitar 28 style.
I couldn't
That's
tell
what
if you were
HG
messing with me
is.
or not, John.
No, I was like, I have never heard of a DG 28.
Okay, well then
It's on order.
the HG. The
It will be
HG
here
does
soon.
not have any issues. It is, that's what it is. All right, we do got to get going in a little bit. Christopher says, I just ordered an Eastman MD 615 Gold Burst. Can't wait for it. Congratulations.
Fantastic. 615 gold bursts are great.
Congratulations. Okay.
Great.
This is a winner. Jimmy V says, does installing a high-end pickup equalize a sound? In other words, if you played a Martin D28 and then an FG 830 without a pickup, I could easily tell the difference. Is it easy to tell the difference with a pickup?
All right.
We'll assume that they have the same pickup for argument's sake.
I'm going to go. This is, get your button ready. You got a hot take button?
Oh, snap.
Get your hot take button ready.
Nope.
Going.
I'm
you
sorry.
Don't have it?
I was editing this SD card because I was putting stuff on it for NAMM. I'm so sorry. I actually don't today.
All right. John's hot take.
Go ahead.
Here's the deal. Depends on the type of pickup that you are doing. I do not. If you are doing like a Fishman Matrix or a LR Baggs Element VTC, the difference between a high-end guitar and a low-end guitar, very minute difference through the pickup. Again, think about it. It's physics. It goes string, saddle, pickup. The guitar body is not much into that equation in that particular configuration. But if you do a body sensor, something like a K&K, a hi-fi, anything that has a microphone in it, that changes everything, and that's why I love the K&K so much. If you want your guitar to sound more like it sounds, your individual guitar, use a body sensor one. We just did a video on the new, what do they call the new Yamaha one? I'm not giving anything away, so shush. I'm not giving anything away.
Oh, the Atmosphere.
The Atmosphere pickup.
Yeah.
It has 3 sensors. It has an under the saddle, least amount of feedback rejection, or most amount of feedback rejection, but least acoustic tone. Then it has a body sensor and a microphone combined. All 3 of those things, super acoustic sounding. So then it does matter what guitar you are putting it in, such as an FG9 or anything like that. So there's my hot takes. It all depends on the pickup you got. I'll give you there's a famous guitar player, semi-well-known here in the region, that had a guitar in here, and he had one of the Fishman Martin pickups in his Eric Clapton. And when he plays it, he's able to dial in this huge low end and this huge roar, and it just sounds big as a house, and he likes the small body, but sounds bigger than his Dreadnought. And he came in here and he had a 000 Martin that he wanted a pickup put in. And I said, well, let's put the K&K in. Have you tried that? And he goes, no. And I told him exactly. It sounds more acoustic. And he's like, okay. Then he comes back to me and he hated it. And he said, this thing, my other guitar sounds so huge, and this thing just sounds like a small guitar. And I said, what does that guitar sound like? A small guitar. If you want it to sound like the guitar you have, use a body sensor or a different style pickup. If you're running a under the saddle transducer, you can make it sound like anything you want it to sound like by EQing it. It'll all sound alike no matter what guitar, to a degree. Very small changes. I'm done with my hot take.
Okay. Well, there you go.
I had a rant for the day. I feel better now.
Yeah.
I feel like I just released some of that. What was the laughter about, Hinkley? Was there a great comment?
People saying stuff, people leaking stuff.
People leaking stuff,
People
and you're ignoring it?
stuff, and I'm ignoring it. What else was in here?
There were a lot of channels
I quit that.
absolutely messed up. By the way, Martin did not put us in the forefront of some of the releases that were supposed to happen, and there were a lot of people that they did put in the forefront of release that broke the rules of engagement and released some stuff that they
hopefully
should
those
not have
people
done.
Get the
We were good boys and
appropriate-
girls.
Yeah, so I don't know what you're even typing. I can't read those comments. So next question that I see that is relevant, and we really got to wrap up everything anyways, to be completely honest. Choo Choo Poppy says, loving my new Yamaha FG5 from TAS. Thank you so
Great
much
guitar.
for choosing us. That was very nice. Brad C was talking about the HG28. Will it be similar to the Adkin 19? I don't know.
No, it is not. This is a totally different.
Yeah.
If you watch that video from Chris, this is unique. This is totally unique. It's inspired by the Gibson style, the 19-ish style, but it's a still different guitar. It's very interesting, very unique. Chris got really fired up about Hawaiian guitars and the history of what Martin's role in Hawaiian guitars. That was pretty neat.
Yeah. All right. I think that this is it.
Yay! Get ready, guys. We're going to be releasing stuff on Monday. We will be filming stuff on Monday. The new Eastman stuff's coming. There's new Yamaha. There is new Recording King. There is new Martin. There is new Alvarez. I just got out of a meeting today from Alvarez. Get ready for some new, very interesting things from there. We've already got a bunch of that on its way. I'm really excited about helping them launch some of those new models. I think those are on embargo. Fix me if I'm wrong, George, but I think those are due till next week.
There's a bunch of really, really cool stuff coming out, honestly. Just the too long didn't read on it is we are wildly excited to share with you guys everything. So
yeah,
it's going to be really awesome.
Buy some guitars. Guys, here's what I really want. We're going to be gone next week. There's going to be a limited staff in here, and to pay the bills while we're all gone, please continue to buy stuff. Don't hide and don't scare away. Help us stay alive, because we're bringing a lot of staff out to NAMM. But obviously there's a lot of stuff in here. I'm a little stressed about it, Hinckley, that we can pay the bills over the next few weeks.
Well, hopefully
while we're gone.
will buy this stuff.
Get ready. The pre-orders are open right now, as well as the books. So any of the Eastman stuff is available right now. And I promise you, we've already got most of that stuff literally shipping on its way right now. So be ready.
And if you have any questions, just let us know. That's what we're here for. Thank you guys so much, though. We got to get going. I got to make more cool stuff. We all got to go make cool stuff. Bye-bye, everybody. We'll see ya. Bye-bye now.